Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming with a bumper pre-order video, and I've just spent way too much money buying so many of these pre-orders. So, there we go. It's wave one of 9th edition Necrons and Space Marines. We've got the Codexes, we've got a whole bunch of models, so let's get stuck into it. This is going to be a long one. So first up, let's look at the Spearhead collection. So it gives you a few of the things, basically some new stuff and some old stuff. So this is 619. So you get a whole bunch of stuff. You get the Elite Edition, so which comes with some Necrons, 5-man Assault Intercessor Squad, a Captain, and 3 Outrider bikes, a giant tank, the Servo-Turret, the ATV, I think that's the easy to build Redemptor Dreadnought. No, it doesn't say it's easy to build. It may be the full one. You also get the Space Marine data cards, so that's like stratagems, relics, a whole bunch of other stuff. A whole bunch of stuff. You get the Codex. Also, you get some signed limited edition prints. I think there's like 200, is that right? Doesn't say. Is it 200, 2,000? I can't actually read that number. Let's have a little closer. 100, 300? Who knows? Tons of stuff. Like 619. The only thing you can't get elsewhere is this limited edition print. So I haven't done the maths on this, and this is the Australian price, 619. So who knows if it's going to be good value or not. But if you want to buy a whole bunch of stuff for Space Marines, this is a good way to go. Then we have the Codex. So $84 Australian. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how much it is. Normally I think it's $50 everywhere else. But this is pretty hefty. It is, if we read correctly, it is 200 and something, 208 pages. It's pretty big. 98 data sheets, a whole bunch of rules, stratagems, warlords traits, liturgies of battle, psychic disciplines, chapter relics, crusade rules, and a whole bunch more. So it's pretty hefty. And we can see the contents here. I can't blow that up anymore without it not being able to read it, but this page has been analyzed so much, so I don't really need to go into it. Oh, beautiful art. I'm very excited. So I have bought this one, so we'll be showcasing it on the intranets on the YouTube channel when I get it, probably next week sometime, and a whole bunch of other pages. So $84 for that. And we also have, we'll come back to that one, we've got the Necron one, $84 as well. This one is 120 pages, so not as big as the Space Marine one, so debate about the price if you want. But yeah, $84, that's going to be the standard for Codexes in Australia. Again, these are all Australian prices. So again, the contents, some nice coloured images and everything like that. Very nice. If you play Necrons, pick it up because it has all the stuff in there similar to the Space Marine one, so stratagems, data sheets, much more, it says. So a lot of Crusade rule stuff, which will be really cool. And that's been featured a lot on the Warhammer community website. What else have we got? So we also have this Get Started with Warhammer 40k, $28. I believe this is $15 to $20 elsewhere. You do get an Intercessor model and a Necron, which is kind of cool, all in the same sprue, which is very nice. So let's have a look through. So I don't know how many pages it is. Let's actually read it. So page-wise, it does not say how many pages it is. Not sure. This is just an introductory. So not too bad. Let's have a look at the models themselves. We know what Intercessor and Necron models look like, but these come on their own sprue, which we'll look at here, which is very cool. I like it. This may be a model that you don't get, 2 models you don't get in the other sets. I'm not sure. I'd have to put it together and compare it to some of the other models, but the pose does look a bit different. But I could be 100% wrong there. No, actually, no, it is a completely different model because it's a front to back one. So it's split right down the middle, and then you stick the arms and the heads on. So, you know, it could be its own one. But there we go. It's very beautiful. It's a very good pose. I like this one. Whereas the current Assault Intercessors are moving forward, this one is just standing still and blam, 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 right to the face. And the creepy Necron. Just a creepy Necron. Nothing else to talk about. It's actually holding that out a lot further than the other ones, I believe. But again, once we get them, I'll compare it. We'll do an unboxing of this and I'll compare it to the other ones. So this is 28 Australian. Again, Australian prices. So I think overall, when you convert currency, I think it will be cheaper in other territories, off the top of my head. So data cards, 61 data cards. That's it. Stratagems, litanies of battle, psychic powers. So you don't need this, but it's nice to have. I don't think there's any bonuses in here. Yeah, nothing that is exclusive. So 7 core stratagems, 34 Space Marine stratagems, 1 Smite psychic power, but you probably know Smite anyway. 12 psychic cards, so 6 for Librarius and Obscuration disciplines, and 77 litanies of battle. So there you go. $40 for these ones. So we can have a look there. We have the Litany of Hate. If this litany is inspiring, while a friendly chapter core unit or chapter character unit within 6 inches of this priest. Interesting. That's interesting that they're using the word priest. So I don't think that was a keyword previously. So I'm assuming chaplains would get the priest. And I think that's to cover things like, they have priests in Space Wolves, don't they? Rune priests. So maybe just a catch-all term to catch that. So then you can reroll. Excellent. We also have the Necron ones. Again, 47. Let's just quickly compare. So the Space Marine one has 61. Necrons have 47. Interesting. Oh no, it has 62 cards. I'm very confused at the moment. I'm all over the place. So you get 7 core stratagems, 40 Necron stratagems, 9 Catan powers, and 6 command protocols. So again, let's have a look at one of these. Command reroll. Use this stratagem after you've made a hit roll, a win roll, damage roll, saving throw, advanced roll, charge roll, psychic test, blah, blah, blah. Just reroll. Straight up reroll. 1 command point. So $40 for that. Okay, now we get into the models. So I feel like I'm rushing through this, but there's so much to get through. So we have the Primaris Invader Atv for 70 Australian. I believe it's 40 elsewhere. In the US, I think it was 40. Check out the price guide for the US from a couple of days ago, and you'll get it. I'm really coming around to this model now. Before I wasn't keen for it, but for some reason, I've now decided, yeah, I actually do like it. I don't know why. I mean, this guy's going to have hearing problems in the front, and he doesn't really have a big arc. What I'm going to do is, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this antenna off and put it probably elsewhere, so he can actually get all the way around. But I'm not sure if he's going to get around because he might hit the guy's head. So either way, that's fine. That's something we can deal with later. So we get some nice close-up shots of these. Very nice. It looks like a really cool model. And a top-down shot. Nice. All right, nothing really more to say about it. Here's the sprues. I think you do get, you get a selection of weapons. So you've got the autocannon, multi-melter, and then you got some other bits and pieces. So there you go. So $70 Australian. I've also picked this one up. I picked up a lot of models this week. I've spent a lot of money. So $70 for that one. Yeah, we'll see how they go. I mean, it is quite expensive. This is an easy to build kit, apparently. I don't know how easy to build that it is, but yeah, it's nice. Then we have the Firestrike Servo-Turret for 55. Maybe this one's the easy to build kit. I can't remember. It's cool because it's got a Tech Marine in there. Yeah, so you got your las cannons. So nice and big chunky las cannons. If we look at the sprue, yeah, it's just las cannons. So again, I don't know if this one's an easy to build kit. It kind of is, but also not. I'll have a look at the text to see. Easy to fit in any list. Yeah, it doesn't say. So they were saying that some of them were easy to build, but as far as I can tell, the Space Marine ones aren't. But, depends how you want to do. So 55 Australian for that. Then we have the big boy, the Silent King, 250 Australian. This is about the price I thought it would be. It was going to be between 210 and 280, basically smack bang in the middle for 250 Australian. I think it is 210 overseas US. I'm not 100% sure, but this is a big boy. This is a big project. And I have purchased this one. Oops, get back here. And I'm probably going to do this on live stream rather than do a construction video build guide because there's so many bits in here. I think it's going to take a while to build. So here we go, the Silent King. He's got his 2 offsiders, which have names, I believe, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And there's the captured Catan in there. It's very cool, like lots and lots of bits. It's a pretty chunky model. These things here, I'm very excited about those. So I get the feeling that you get, this is 1 sprue, and you get 2 of these sprues. Because I'm looking at it, you've got the front and the back of the pylons, or whatever they're called, 2 cables, and I know that's 4 cables on here. And if we look back, the Catan, there's the Catan body, and more Eldric's electrical stuff, and then some more, 1 bit there and 1 bit there that holds it in. So I think it's going to be 3 sprues. It's a... Whoa. I'm very excited about this one. It's the ultimate Necron character. This is like, I want to see this guy versus the Emperor. I don't know who would win. Who knows? So it's 155 parts on an 100 mil base. It's going to be big. So I'm excited for it. I've never spent this much money on a single model before, so 250 Australian. There you go. It's a big boy, so I'm excited about that. We also got the Lokhust Heavy Destroyer. I don't think I bought this one because, to be honest, I don't like this model. And because I'm not a player, I collect the models. I just don't, I don't know, I just don't like it. But anyway, that's my opinion. It's $55. So you get a big chunky gun. Look, that's a chunky gun. I mean, you could buy it just for the gun, but very expensive for a single gun. And it also does have different variations of the gun too, as you can see here. It's still very chunky. And look on the sprue. So this gun is split in 2. This one's split in 2. Yeah, pretty much mirror. Not too bad at all. So this one is 55. And how many parts does it have? It has 33 parts on a 60 mil base. So it's a push fit construction. So not an easy to build, but push fit. 2 slightly different things. But I recommend putting some glue in there just to get it going. So $55 for that one. Whew, we're still going. The Canoptek Doomstalker, which is, for this release, the best for Australia. You may have noticed that there is 1 Space Marine one I haven't talked about, and I will talk about that in a second for different reasons. This model looks beautiful. So War of the Worlds, very creepy. It'll go against the other Canoptek Reanimator very nicely, which is one of my favorite models from the Indominus box set. So we can see here, chunky base. I was hoping that it would be completely multi-part. There's nothing to say you can't cut this up and pose it. I really want to pose it like crawling over a wall and it's just like shooting down at someone. I think that would be really cool. So I may buy another one of these at some point. But yeah, super cool. So this is $70. And it is another push fit one. Again, not easy to build, it's push fit. So it's only 14 parts, which is what I'm surprised about, simply because when we go back to here, the legs, you could almost argue that's 1, 2, possibly 3 parts for a single leg. But, you know, it depends what you want. I think you could easily cut this up and arrange it in any way that you like. With some other, like, some extra glue, some extra parts, I think you'll be fine. So I'm happy about that. So now all the die sets, $55 for die sets. These are actually looks really nice. Confusing as anything. I love the design, but from a usability perspective, no. Just make them numbers. They don't need to be cogs for the Iron Hands. I know they want to be thematic with it, but I don't think it's necessary. So you get 20 black and silver dice for $55. Now, the range from Forge World, I think, was $35. I think you get the same amount of dice. I think they're a bit smaller. So I think we did that on the last week or the week before pre-order preview. And I thought they were a bit expensive. So I think you can see where I'm going with this one. $55 for 20 dice. So we've got the Iron Hands. We have the Imperial Fists. I like the Imperial Fist one. I think that's a poor design choice, because if you roll 20 dice and you're going to be like, okay, that's a 2, that one's a 4, no, that's a 5, and that's a 4, that's a 3. Yeah, I think it's, you know, I think having the chapter symbol as a 6 beautiful. It doesn't have to be anything fancy like that. So again, 55 for that. Salamanders, same issue. From a design perspective, yeah, sure, it's pretty, but difficult to manage. We also have Raven Guard. Raven Guard is easier to see. It's probably the better one from a design perspective and usability perspective. So you can easily see that's 4, that's 5. And we also have the Necrons. Not as bad, but still difficult because you got all the lines everywhere. But from dice, I think these dice are actually really cool. I like the idea. I like the design that they've gone with it. But again, from a usability perspective, not that great. And again, for $55, we'll see. It'd be cool if it had glow-in-the-dark material. I think that'd be really cool. Now, we also have a few other books. You can get the Infinite and the Divine novel and codex for 124. So the codex and the novel, the Infinite and the Divine, for 124. And the novel itself, $40. So it's a Necron model, a tale spanning 10 millennia. That's crazy. How they all fit it into one book. I don't even know how many pages this is. It's probably like 300 or something. How do they fit 10,000 years into the 10 pages? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, 16 minutes in, we've done Games Workshop stuff, but there's still more. We've got to go to Forge World. So Forge World have some new Necromunda Escher characters, and they look pretty cool. And honestly, for $44, I think these are pretty much a steal. I haven't bought any, but most days I'll go to the Forge World site and look at the Necromunda Rage, and I'm like, oh, I could get that. I could get that. Oh, that's a bundle. I could spend $500 on that. So let's have a look at these. We have the Azure Champion with Power Hammer, $44 Australian. Pretty cool. Very cool model. I don't mind the resin models. It does require a bit of prep work, and they can be a bit warped sometimes, but you can get some slightly more detail in there. So that's really cool. And we can look at it from that perspective. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I wish they did show the parts, how it's broken up. So it looks like you've got the head separate, the arms are separate, and then the body looks like it's one full piece by the looks of it. Yeah, so it looks really nice. So this ships out next Friday, I believe. So Forge World do their pre-orders on Friday Australian time, and Games Workshop do Saturday morning at midday Australian time. We also have the Azure Champion and Servo Claw, $44. Again, $44 for like a cool little model. It's a weird one. The face is quite strange for an Asha, but because it looks more like a male face, which is a little strange. But I love the pose. I love that power claw. Look at that. That's so cool. It's a different power claw. It's not like, it's more of a agile, like slashing one rather than a big one that's like used for punching. And with a double barrel shotgun. It's pretty cool. And these things, I still don't understand what they are. Are they breathing apparatus? Because I put together some Escher models recently, and they all had them, and you can check that out on the channel. And in Necromunda Underhive Wars, the video game, all the Eschers have it too, so I don't quite understand what they are, but whatever. And here we go. Looks like it's, again, like body, arm, and head. Very cool. I like it. So $44 for that one. Okay, another one. Azure Champion with Shockwhip. Cool model. The Shockwhip, I think, is a little chunky, but you can easily replace that out for another one. I think with resin, it has to be a little bit chunkier sometimes. Cool hair, though. I do like the hair, like massive, massive hair. I love it. And they got like a needle pistol there with some like reptilian tabard. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, sort of like a face mask. There's like a cloth. I think that's cool too. All right. And again, I think it's, yeah, arm, head, body. Looks like the hair split up as well. So you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts with that and a base. So that's the model. Okay, now there's more. We're still going. We got the Azure Champion's weapon kit. Some really cool weapons in here for $44 again. You get, looks like you might get an extra head. You get some guns, some close combat weapons. Then we get some better shots of them. Yeah, it looks like you even get an extra head, which is very cool. I think, is that the head that comes with? No. I'm trying to find it. Is it that one? No, maybe they've used the extra part at the back, like the ponytail section. So you get a power sword, 2 bolters, combi Needler, combi weapon, plasma cannon, power axe, bionic arm. Ooh, bionic arm, nice. Grenade launcher, grenade, and a head. So, where's the bionic arm? That may be the bionic arm there. Oh no, there it is there. That's clearly a bionic arm. See if we can get some close-ups though. Okay, we can't get close-ups, but that's pretty cool. So again, $44. So there we go. Tons of releases this week. We've been going for 20 minutes. And of course, I didn't talk about the best model. The model that I wanted this week. And it was meant to come out. But in Australia and New Zealand, it's been delayed. So this particular model, the chaplain, Primaris chaplain on the Outrider bike, beautiful model. I'm putting on the screen now. It's been delayed in Australia. I believe it was 45 US. I don't know what the price is in Australia. I think we can figure that out now. I think it's going to be more about $70, which is about right for a character or an elite unit. Yeah, it looks amazing. And I can't show you anything else because it hasn't come up on any of the other international sites yet, because Australia and New Zealand come up first with their pre-orders. And then I think in a couple of hours, the US and UK sites will be up and all the other ones. So yeah, that's another one that you can get for 45 American. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I don't have my notes on the US prices. So I've bought a ton of all these models. If we go back to the pre-orders page, let's have a look. Pre-orders. So I have picked up the 2 Codexes, so we'll show that off in the channel. The Invader ATV, the Servo-Turret, the Silent King. I don't recall getting the Heavy Destroyer. I got the Doomstalker, and I got the Getting Started kit. So that'll be cool to get as well. So that's it. That was a lot. Whew, it was a lot of models to get through, a lot of releases. So tell me below what you're going to pick up, and let me know if you what you want to see on the channel. So I'll be doing all unboxings and building of all of these on the channel. Like I said, I think I'll keep the Silent King to a string because it is such a big model, and that's going to take a couple of hours. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you bought too. And that's it. Remember to subscribe to the channel. The best way to get notifications is to hit that little bell icon on the channel. If you just go below the video now, you can hit that little button. Also jump over on Facebook to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming. I'll post a whole bunch of stuff up on there. And that's another way to make sure you don't miss videos, because sometimes notifications don't get sent out to you. So in case you missed a video, you want to see it straight away. That's it. Oh, I'm exhausted. I feel like I rushed through that. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.